How's everyone doing? Um, like and subscribe. I don't like wasting time with all the crap that come on before, all the crap stuff that come on before it. So let's just get straight to it. Agnosticism is the awakening of the intellect, the intuitive mind. It is the recognition and separation of truth from falsehoods. Religions, as I've stated in other posts, is usually based on what a person considers right and wrong. And by that I mean what is right for them and what is wrong for them, or what they desire to be true. What they desire feels comfortable for them. That's what religion basically is. Because if religions, as I've said in prior posts, if religions were based in truth, they would all say the same thing. However, religions basically believe in monotheism, one God. But that one God for every religion has different right and wrongs. And we can't call them truth because truth is independent of right and wrong. Truth is knowledge. It's not based on what you like and what you don't like. That's right and wrong. And that is what people confuse with truth. But an agnostic is a person who admits, I do not know. And when you admit that you don't know, it opens up the door to curiosity. And from there, you seek. And if you seek the truth and knowledge of God, God will lead the way. God will lead you to God. And once God starts to lead you to God, it becomes a question of whether or not you want to recognize truth or not. If truth is uncomfortable for you, then of course you're going to turn away. But that's one of the tests that you have to take. Because God is not going to play games with you. And God is not going to look to fulfill your desires. I mean, if you want if that's what you're into, then pick a church, which is what people do. You pick a church and then you lock yourself in that mental fence in your mind. But the mental fence in your mind has always been there. You're just looking for a fence that you're just looking for the fence. You're just looking for the right fence. Truth is not like that. And if religions were true, there would be no religious wars. Why? Because they would be in agreement. They would be in agreement. Do you disagree? Of course, the question is rhetorical. Because if you disagree, then you should stop listening to me. Because I'm not gonna debate you on what truth is. And a lot of people want to debate the truth. Some people are so I can't say stubborn, I'll just say stupid. Where you can hold up a glass of water in front of them and say, is this a glass of water? And they'll say no. It's just like the feminist movement. They'll tell you can ask a feminist, can that 100-pound woman beat that 200-pound man? And then they'll tell me, well, if she did this and if she had that and but this and but that. No, no. 100-pound woman's chance of beating a 70-pound man is slim and none because of the density of the muscle. But let's not get off track. Agnosticism, it frees the mind from conditioning. It frees the mind from conditioning and it questions It questions what is right and wrong in a search for truth. It questions what is right for wrong in a search for truth. And the minute you start asking questions is the minute your mind is free. And your mind has to be free to go to the places it needs to be. Let me repeat, your mind has to be free to mentally go to the places you need to be free. What do religions do? They trap you. They trap you in your own trap. You decide what you think is right and wrong. You find a religion that tells you, yeah, you're right and wrong, and then you go in there. Then you open the gate and you walk in, and then you sit there in the gate. You happily sit in the gate, and then you look over the fence and tell people what's right and wrong. And if someone is in a fence, in a religious fence right next to you, well, you argue about it. Then eventually, hey, maybe you go to war about it. I don't know. But you see, spirituality is not a fence. It doesn't proclaim to know everything. It proclaims to search for truth. And the more you understand, the more things that become truthful to you, or you, yeah, the more things that become truthful to you, or you understand that they're truth, then it builds up. Just like, and I always use the example of math. 1 and 1 equals 2, 2 and 2 equals 4, and it goes on and on and on and on, and it doesn't change. And that's how truth builds upon itself. It builds upon itself that way. Then it also builds upon itself going from the known to the unknown. And that's when you go from addition to subtraction, subtraction and addition to multiplication and division, and then fractions, and then geometry, and you can figure the distance to the moon geometrically. And it just keeps going on and on and on. And math has no end. And then you think you know everything about math, and then all of a sudden you're taking math analysis. And who knows what's going to be the new math that comes out of that. And that's the way it is. And another thing, see, spirituality is immortal. Anything, it's immortal because it doesn't have an end. It just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. Knowledge grows. But when you put yourself into that fence, then you're saying, this is it. This is all there is. We can go no further. So now I want you to try to be perfect in this fence. I want you to be the perfect person in this fence. And the reality of the situation, the person that's telling you to be the perfect person in the fence is not perfect himself. I mean, you can look at, with all due respect, you can look at the Vatican. I mean, you got pedophiles running around in there. You got nuns have to take a vow of silence if they get molested by a priest or something. And if they do, they can get kicked out with no money, no nothing. Don't believe me, look it up. That's what religions do. They trap you. And it's not just, and I'm not just talking about, I'm not picking on the Vatican. I'm saying that basically all religions are like this. Spirituality is about growing as a person. It's about looking at your mistakes and correcting your mistakes and going further. And you need more than one lifetime to do that. Because your spirit goes through different experiences every lifetime. And your spirit does not die. Your body dissolves and your spirit is set free. But don't listen to me, you agnostics, because now that you're free, you can go out and let your curiosity run free, study, and remember, it was your common sense and your ability to reason that freed you from man-made religions. So don't let your curiosity stop. Just keep going. And don't be an atheist and throw the baby away with the bathwater. Because I'm going to do another post because I'm wondering, is atheism a religion? I mean, it's a belief system that traps you into a fence. I'm going to let this go here, and we're going to talk about that later on. Hey, like and subscribe, and hey, leave some comments, and we can have fun and keep on doing this. Easy. God bless.